Hi there, thank you for tuning in. I'm doing this video on Pluto going direct. As you may be aware, if you're following the themes of the planets and about Pluto, that it was retrograde since sort of like end of April, and has just gone direct recently, and the motion of it going direct has kind of sprung up a lot of things for a lot of people. It was springing up things while it was retrograde, and while Pluto was retrograde, a lot of stuff you would have been going over themes, and themes that are relevant to where Pluto is natally in your chart, the house, and obviously it is in Capricorn, so it's wherever Capricorn is in your chart that is going to be of relevance. Now, with what's going on overall, there is also Saturn that is linked to Pluto, and also the South Node. I didn't sort of talk about it a little bit when I did the video on the Libra full moon just recently, and but I want to kind of come at it from a different angle this time. So I'm going to just play something for you to listen to. Now, this is in Punjabi, but I'm going to translate it afterwards. But just see if you can feel it in your heart, okay? It's about, communication on a much deeper level than just what you're listening to with your ears.
रविदास आस लाग जीवो कह रविदास आस लाग जीवो चिर भयो दर्शन देखे चिर भयो दर्शन देखे बहुत जन्म बिछरे थे माधो के जन्म तुम्हारे लेके जन्म तुम्हारे लेके बहुत जन्म बिछरे थे माधो के जन्म तुम्हारे लेके जन्म तुम्हारे लेके.
Okay, I've stopped it there now because I don't know whether you felt kind of anything on a deeper level, but I'm going to kind of explain it to you. Now, this is a Shabd that it's a Sikh Shabd, so Guru Ravidass from like the 14th century, who did a lot of work about equality, especially equality for the people of the lower castes in India, the way that they were being treated. And Guru Ravidass was a guru from one of the lower castes, and the lower castes back in those days were not really allowed to have contact with anything spiritual, and were not allowed to access or go to places that were sort of like temples and, you know, anything like that, because I guess some of it would have been about control from the higher castes, and then but Guru Ravidass, you know, he was so in touch with the divine, and he had such a deep connection that he overcame so many fears, and he wrote so much and preached so much about equality for the people. And so the reason that I'm talking about this in terms of the Pluto retrograde and Pluto direct is to, and with the Saturn connection there, and the South Node, is to try and tell you that, or try and explain to you that the energies that we are experiencing go back many, many lifetimes. Many lifetimes, okay? And it's finding ourselves back again. And this is what that Shabd was all about. Guru Ravidass said that for so many lifetimes, he's singing to the divine and saying, like, for so many lifetimes, I was separated from you. I was apart from you. I was separated for so many lifetimes. We were separated. And then he kind of like finds his oneness, finds himself, and starts to understand his karma and his purpose in life, and why he was born into this lower caste, because he was sent on a mission and to awaken people to the understanding that when something is karmic from so many lifetimes, there comes a time when you can actually begin to change it, because he began to change his karma very early on in his life, and was teaching and preaching for other people to do the same. Now, the reason I've brought this story in this video is because of the energies that we are experiencing. South Node, Saturn, Lord of Karma, and Pluto, the psychological planet, and the planet that is of deep, 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 deep stuff that goes back for many lifetimes. Our soul, you know, Pluto, you can say, is the soul. It is, you know, like so intense. And so whatever people are going through and experiencing, it is not just about the here and now. The here and now is actually telling you that there is stuff that needs to be looked at, that needs to be dealt with, that is coming up from way back, many lifetimes. And then understanding that and beginning to go through the purification process is actually a very humbling process. So whatever karmic issues are coming up for you, whatever stuff from the past is coming up for you, find some kind of spiritual practice for yourself that will help you to deal with the energies that are going on at the moment. Now, it can just be something as simple as going for a walk in nature, connecting with nature, and listening to your intuition, listening to yourself on a deeper level. In fact, that's actually one of the best ones. You know, you go into the woods or somewhere where it's nice and quiet in nature, listen to the birds and other sounds that are coming in around you. One of the other things you can do is go and sit by a river or a waterfall and just kind of let the energies of the water take you onto a deeper level with your intuition. You could just sit at home quietly and meditate in silence or to some nice relaxing music, and try to, you know, get in touch with deeper aspects of yourself. I'm sure you will be able to find something that works for you, and because obviously the North Node being in Cancer is very much about you know, being guided by our emotions and the intuition and being sensitive to everything that is going on. So I'm going to switch off. I hope that was of some use to you, and I've just decided to do it on the spur of the moment. I was listening to the Shabd, and it just connected again, you know, with me so deeply, and I just felt I wanted to share it with you, because you just don't know who can benefit from these things. You know, you might be reaching out to somebody that it's touched on a very deep level without you even knowing, and so hopefully if it has done something like that, I'm really pleased. But I will put the link in the details below, and hope you can listen to it, you know, the full version. And don't forget your spiritual practice, and thank you for tuning in, thank you for listening, and I will be seeing you soon. Take care.